And so I'm gonna create some events. Yeah, I mean, and this is an event really for the DCG LA, all the people that's local, because I don't want you guys to fly out for a half a day. But even the trading tournaments, those are still going to be paid, but we're going to get together and it's going to be in smaller groups. So this is probably our last time having a large, 30, 40 people. It's going to be like 10 members, 10 people, in 2023, but we're going to have more of them. So this way everybody gets the, kind of opportunity. And when they come, we really going to bond and, do the mastermind experience, more often. Right. So we got a lot of good changes coming. A lot of tools that I wanted to actually have time to be able to, share. And so that is what I'm going to be working on is, the overall making, putting the things together so we'll have more assets to share with you guys. And I'm just giving you guys a heads up because it's going November, December. So, I think the money is going to be coming in the markets. And then also the new traders that's coming in, I'm trying to spend more time giving the guys the mastermind experience of, not complicated. Because a lot of times if the momentum is down and people are trying to, I don't know what they're looking at, but like if the momentum is down, we go short. If the momentum is high on the alligator, we go long. And I just want to simplify it and walk through the trades. So on that note, I'm gonna give it back to you, Darrell. And we're not gonna have these guys on the call for 2 hours. It worked well for the first couple of months, but I think after the first hour, everybody's like, all right, I need to go sleep. I need to go eat.
Yeah, we on the East Coast, man. We be getting off at 11. No, I appreciate it, man. All right, so let me catch back up the chat real quick. Appreciate it for going through it again. Gretchen says, appreciate you going back through the FVG, extremely helpful, and the repetition is super important. Yeah, so Gretchen, that's a great point. I think a lot of people, they may get taught a strategy or they hear some new information and, they might try it out a couple days here and there. And, if it doesn't work the first trade or whatever the case may be, it doesn't work to their expectation, they give up on it. So I definitely think repetition is important. Back testing is super important. Anybody that, comes to me for advice, one of the first things I always tell them is back test, back test, back test. You can't know what you're looking for and you can't build the confidence without the back testing. So I really appreciate that. All right. So
hey, Darrell, could I ask one more thing here on this? Because I'm on the crypto, I'm not in the NASDAQ and those other options.
mm-hmm.
I have been looking at the FVG on that. So I understand the 30 and the 70, and it can apply to the crypto as long as the setup fits the criteria. And I assume the volume in crypto is necessary as well. So you don't want to do it in low volume times. But if you see that setup with the 30 and the FVG going green and there's good volume coming in, it should work as well, correct?
Right. I mean, so even here, I'm just glancing now. I didn't even look at this chart before now, but look here, for example, Keith. So I'm on a 5-minute chart. So that's my focus with the strategy is 5 and below.
Yeah, I was looking at the wrong times on that. So yeah, the 5 minute, because I got you. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, so you see here, TDI breached the 30. It's actually at the 28. So this is the area you want to start looking for the green FVGs to go long. So in this example, I'm actually going to just do a bar replay real quick. And this is literally just a on the fly example. All right, so TDI here is about to break the 30. All right, that indicates at least a low for the current moment most of the time. So from now, what are you looking for? You're looking for that green FVG. All right, so boom, you got it right here. So you're looking to same thing, from this morning on NAS, take the entry in the FVG, preferably midpoint, bottom half. Stop below the low here at 84 cents. So let that play out. All right, so you're literally at the midpoint there. You could have took the entry there. Let's see if it goes back a little deeper. Yep, it goes kind of to that bottom half. So you should be in entry right now, no matter what. Stop down here. And that's because, like I said, TDI was at the 30. So especially if you're on leverage trade, you know, especially on the crypto side where you can do 20x, 30x, all this stuff,
Right.
doesn't take much. So if you look here, you know, just from here to here, I mean, it doesn't look like much, but 84.5 cents, 85.5 cents, you know, 10 to 20x leverage, that's easily a couple $100 depending on what you put in. So
Correct.
these are the types of trades that I'm looking for.
And then the other part of that is, we're not really looking for the most recent low or the most recent high based on that particular scenario right there. We're just looking at the setup for the 30 to 70 and
Well, this would be the most recent low. So here's the most recent low prior to this move down. We
okay.
broke that recent low, and then we also have what? TDI at the 30.
Okay.
So that's our key area to when we want to see these nice green FVGs form on the 5-minute time frame. This is your entry here.
Yeah, I get that. But yeah, now that you mentioned, I was looking further back since it was 5 minutes, so I wasn't thinking that of the most recent low, but technically it is now that you've explained that.
Yeah. I don't try to go too far back because then that's when I even start confusing myself, because then you're like, well, do I use this low? Do I use this low?
Right.
You just go through this checklist. And I like to just use the most recent to the left of my chart. That's it.
recent. I got you.
Right. And then you can see here, what does it clear? It clears all these red FVGs that were right here. That's where your TP is, and I bet it's going to just pull back as soon as it clears them. Watch. I haven't seen this. Let's see what happens. Yeah, so we retested it here, and then boom, we start pulling right back. So that's why I say your FVGs to the opposite ends are very great take profit areas, because that's where a lot of liquidity is concentrated.
And also that's sort of played out, like you said, it basically right after the 9:30 open.
Was this at 9:30?
Yeah, you got 9.
Yeah, this is, so about 11:15. I even noticed that. So yeah, this was, like I said, technically a opening bell trading session trade as well.
Right. Cool.
Let me exit this real quick. But even here, what happened right after that? So this is the trade we just saw. So same thing happened here, Keith. You breached the 70 here. You're at the 71.
Right.
I know just from an eyeball test, and FVG was right here, but let's just prove it out real quick.
Plus you had the shark fin as well right there.
Right. All right, so we just made the high. TDI's at the 70. So what are we looking for? We're looking for the red FVGs. So there we go. We got one there.
Retest.
I'm gonna speed this up because I think this one didn't retest it till later. Let's see. All right, so you're right in that FVG now. Could take an entry there. That's right in the middle of it. And then boom, what happens? Your stop is here. TPs are at these FVGs down here. You've already hit 2 of them. Shooting for the 3rd, hit the 3rd. And I don't know if it's going to hit this 4th. I don't know what happens, but let's just see. We'll speed it up.
I'm out anyway already.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I'm out. I mean, I ain't waiting on all that, but
I got my TV done. I'm done.
Right. But like I said, this is just a random example. Like I didn't plan to show Matt, but I mean, it plays out. Like I said, it's just about honestly having the patience to wait for the setup. And, you know, if you kind of want to be more patient, just set your alerts at the TDI.
Well, that's right. You said we could do those TDI alerts. I forgot about that.
Yeah. That's what you do. Just set the alert at the TDI. So that way, you know, at least the area on the chart you should be looking for a setup. Versus most people, they just come in at any time of the market and they just feel like trading. So then they just take a trade whenever, but it's probably 9 times out of 10 not the opportune time. Versus if you have your alert set, which is crucial, you know when that alert goes off, it's an opportune time. So all you have to do at that point is just go through your checklist.
And could you take like 1 more minute just to show in the alert box where that TDI pops up? I remember, but I don't remember.
Yeah. So if you come up here to alerts.
Yeah, in the box. Okay.
Yeah.
Up there at the top. Okay, I got you.
Right. Yeah. So you can go to TDI and do the slow EMA. That's the green line. That's the one we're concerned about. So you just do slow EMA. And you can have it crossing value, or you can have it crossing the TDI upper or lower
Lower
band,
band, yeah, I
right?
remember
Which
that
will
one.
be at those. So sometimes it'll cross the band, but not be at the 70. I'm not really as concerned about those, but if it does cross the band and you eventually get to the 70 or vice versa, the 30, those are the key areas.
Sweet. Thank you
Yep.
so much. Greatly appreciated.
Yeah, no problem. One quick thing, keep an eye out on the dollar. As I mentioned before, we are kind of approaching these structure highs that we kind of set earlier this week. If we do break these highs, especially 113-ish, 113.40, I'm looking to short the crap out of GBP USD. So just from a technical analysis perspective, let's exclude FVGs. Let's just look from a EMA perspective, because you guys know I love the 200 and 800 EMAs. On the 15-minute, we literally just crossed below the 800 EMA. And then even if you're on the hour, we've already crossed below the 800 on the hour, and we also just crossed below the 200 on the hour. And as you can see as well, price has just rejected off a red FVG. So typically, if the trend is going to keep going down and you're using this on the higher time frames, especially if the TDI hasn't yet reached the 30, which in this case, it really hasn't. It's at like 39, 38. We should see some more down movement, especially if this dollar continues up. So that's a live trade idea. You could actually open the shorts now, honestly, and then, it probably will ride down here, either London going into New York, or, the whole move might play out throughout New York. But as Jamar is talking, this is a trade setup that looks good to me. So I'm actually going to take this GBP USD short because the dollar is, if I zoom in here, the dollar is rising. Strong dollar, short GU, short EU. Dollar's breaking structure highs or recent highs, whatever you want to call it. So it's looking good for the shorts on GBP. All right. Cool.